Hey everyone, I wanted to drop a real quick update video on some of the newest features. I actually just released the newest version of Simple Strat, and it's got a bunch of new stuff in there. What I'll do is real quick just kind of go over high level some of the newer features. Some of the existing features remain in there. I kind of enhanced a bunch of them, straightened out some of the code, removed some of the bugs. But if you looked at this in the past, if you're using it, there's quite a number of users already. But for the most part, this stuff remains the same. It's your broker. If you're doing auto trading, you're putting your broker in. You're putting your necessary details. Some of the newer features include now we can trade options on select brokers. And again, that broker doesn't have to be listed with TradingView in order for me to integrate it via the API. As a matter of fact, I don't even use anything on TradingView's brokerage link. So it is it's a direct link with the actual broker for TD Ameritrade, for Tradier, for Oanda, for Forex. Interactive brokers, and plenty more coming very, very soon. So we've got a trade type, we've got options now. They're very basic transactions, more so for scalpers. We're always buying at the money options. We can specify if we want this Friday's expiration, or any given week. It's going to be either this Friday, next Friday. If neither of those options work for you, it automatically calculates how many days left between now and this Friday, so it figures out what what the actual date will be. You can specify a date instead if you want a couple more weeks out, or if maybe Friday's a holiday. Number of contracts that you want to buy. We've also added in here targets. So this was something that was requested by a number of people, being able to assign specific targets for trades, and we can either take profit on those targets, or we can we can just sell everything all at once. But these are these are different options that I've put in here. High, previous high, prior highs from the current one. So it continues to look back in time, trying to find the next closest high above the above the current one on the higher time frame that you're trading in. So if your reversals on the 60, it's going to find the next previous high going back in time for it being your next target, if that's the way you want to configure it. If you want to configure it based off of a specific price, you can actually enter the specific price right here, and it'll automatically get you out of the trade at that price, or send you an alert to get out. However way you want to configure it, whether or not it's whether or not it's an automated trade or not. So again, you can assign a dollar profit. So if I'm up by X number of dollars, get me out. If you want to be up by a certain percentage and get me out. So all targets. You can also specify, like I was saying before, the amount that you want to sell. So in this example, I'm selling 75% of my position once I hit the target, and you'll see examples of that. The target is already specified as above the price action, well above the price action that we're at. So maybe I should change that. Here's an example right here, 183. So there's the take profit, and then the rest gets stopped out just based off of your trailing stop. So that's 75% of 435 shares. Shares continue to be automatically calculated based off of the risk that you're willing to submit to on the initial trade. It takes the trigger price, the expected trigger, the initial stop that it automatically calculates with your input, and decides how many shares you can afford to buy based off of the the dollar amount. So for me, I have a 1% risk in my account, $10,000 account for this purpose, for this strategy. And so it says, okay, well, we can risk $100. How many shares can I buy and, still, only lose $100? So you'll see that, $8 loss here. Well, that wasn't great, $100 loss there, but $8 loss here. I mean, it's pulling up the stops and making sure that you're protected as far as, the level that it's calculating the number of shares for. So we talked about all this stuff. Quite a number of changes that I made over here. You don't see a lot of it because a lot of it's in the back end. But previous versions of Simple Strat, you had a all reversals button over here. I didn't like that. I wanted the ability to select specific specific setups and stack them. So okay, I like the way the 2-2s look. When it comes to the back testing window over here, when it looks at the configurations, or maybe I like 2-2s, I like 3-2s, and so now I'm stacking these on top of each other, and I can set trades, trading, trade alerts or an automated trade anytime this or this come up, or anything that you check in here. Continuity, enforce, short, trail types. I've added a bunch of new trail types. Originally, I just had ATR, so now we have Power XR, and we have high-low, the previous bar, for a traditional strat trail. And then last TTO, which is just trailing. It's looking at the prior TTOs and trailing it based on that instead of the last trail. ATR periods you can adjust. PSAR you can adjust. So there's a lot of the same features, a lot of additional features that I've also added in here. So thank you, and please shoot me an email or DM me if you have any questions, tim@simple-strat.com. Thank you, and good luck.